Peach Patch, when it comes to Mr. Joe, aka Lieutenant Dan, and Terrence, Tampa Terrence situation, a lot of y'all been asking me to speak on it, and I feel like y'all gonna always try to make me the bad guy. I try to stay out the mix because y'all always make me the bad guy. But I feel like this. I don't feel like Terrence was 100% genuine. I don't. I feel like Terrence saw an opportunity and he took it. At first, he didn't know it was going to be so big. It got so big and he took it. And most people in their right mind would take advantage of an opportunity. That's how I feel. I don't feel like it came out of a place like we just care and we just love you and we just. No, it was an opportunity. It got bigger than what he ever expected. Terrence was reaching out to news channels and stuff on the back end. Nothing wrong with that. Terrence started to GoFundMe. Nothing wrong with that. But I do feel like they were being a little bit manipulative. When you look back, first of all, Mr. Joe don't want to be called Lieutenant Dan. He said it out of his own mouth. He been told me that. That's why I call him Mr. Joe. When I first met him, I never heard of Tampa Terrence. I didn't know who that was. I never heard of Lieutenant Dan. It literally was me and Gregory McKay walking Bayshore getting footage like I normally do. And see the man in the boat and he come out and he say his name is Joe, Mr. Joe. Had no idea who he was prior to this. And everybody was like, that's Lieutenant Dan, and started tagging him and stuff like that. And the next day when I went to get you guys an update, because just like Terrence, I see an opportunity. I'm just going to be honest. My followers are liking his video. They want to know if he going to make it. Let me go get an update. And I go get an update, and Mr. Joe is like, he doesn't like being called Lieutenant Dan. He feel like they're making a mockery of him. He changed his life. He started telling me about his past, him throwing the gas on the lady and trying to settle. He had already told me that. I was like, this man is wild. But, you know, God changed him. God saved him. So he say, I'm the same way. I have a past. I haven't always made the right decisions, right? So we was just talking. And I was like, you need to speak up for yourself and tell them that. And then I was like, you can get paid on social media. He had went from 1,400 followers to 4,000. It was like 4,600. Then he hit 37,000 followers while I'm standing next to him. So at this time, Terrence had left, but he left a friend. At least that's what the boy said. He was a friend of Terrence. He had tattoos all over his face. He had like 20,000 TikTok followers. And he was still with Joe while Terrence left. And I started telling Mr. Joe how he can get paid on social media. Y'all know this is what I teach. I started telling him your video need to be 1 minute, 1 second minimum. I recommend you make the video 1 minute, 6 seconds. Don't go live. It ain't really no money in live unless they're giving you gifts. Let me see if your live gift set up. So he gave me his phone. I started like looking. He needed to hit 100. He was at 49,000 views in 30 days. He needed to hit 100K to get paid. So he needed like 51,000 more views in order to get into the TikTok Creator Fund. That was one. For live gifts, I helped him set that up. And I told him you should have Terrence start tagging you in his videos, because I went through Terrence's page. He never tagged Mr. Joe, which his page is Joe C. Instead, he kept calling him Lieutenant Dan. Well, his name on social media not Lieutenant Dan, so the chances of people finding him are harder because that's not his name. So that was one. And then he was asking me about PayPal. They were saying he couldn't get a PayPal account because he needed an ID. And I said, that's not true. I said, you can get a PayPal account. All you need is your number, your date of birth, blah, blah, blah. Like, I can help you set up your PayPal right now because you don't need an ID to get that. And he was like, yeah, the GoFundMe money just hit 10K. And they said I can't get it because it got, because it has, I don't have an ID. And I said, you don't need an ID for the GoFundMe. The GoFundMe not in your name. So with the GoFundMe not being in your name, it goes to Terrence's bank account. He could easily take that money out and just hand it to you or get a cashier's check and give it to you. Then you'll need an ID. But as far as him saying, oh, he can't give you the money, it's not in his name. At that time, he was talking about buying a boat for $4,500 from somebody in Lakewood Ranch area. He had already picked the boat out. And I was like, that's good. But I feel like you're going to get a free boat. How social media go, you're going to get a free boat. Don't even worry about it. You're going to get a nice free. He was like, what? And I was telling him about all the possibilities on social media and what to do, etc. So the boy, Terrence's friend, alleged friend, because him and Terrence was together, but I didn't hear Terrence say, this is my friend. The boy was telling me, I'm Terrence's friend. We setting up at the convention center. You want to come, like, you know? But the boy was like, Lieutenant Dan, stop listening to her. I don't know why you're listening to her. I have 20,000 TikTok followers. I know all about social media. It's more than just making a video that's 1 minute, 1 second long. You know, the nostrils went like this on me. I was like, what? I said, you have 20,000 TikTok followers. I have 800,000 TikTok followers. I teach people how to make money on social media. I do this in real life. And he was like, wait, who are you? Like, just shocked. And all the little kids started looking me up saying I'm famous. But y'all know me. I don't like to be acting famous. I act regular. I want to be treated regular. And Mr. Joe kept saying that too. He was like, he feel the same way. He want to be normal. He don't drink. He's tired of people knocking on his boat. He can't get sleep. They kept coming at 2 a.m. Like, this is crazy. Power of social media, right? So back to what I was saying. I don't feel like Terrence was 100% genuine. I feel like Terrence probably didn't expect to make that much money. Like, it started off genuine, $2,500, and they hit 10K. They exceeded their goal. I'm the one who told them don't stop the GoFundMe. I was like, keep letting people donate. It's okay. Your cup is gonna run over. It's okay. I think once it got like that big, to hit $35,000. It's like, you know how that is. Like, damn, I want to keep this money. That's what I think happened, because he don't need no damn ID to get his money. And I've raised money on GoFundMe. Like, I know how it works. That money coming to your bank account, it automatically come. You're going to automatically get these deposits. Or you're going to set it up where you'll manually move it. But typically, it's like the next business day or 2 business days. The money comes directly to your bank account. And then to say, oh, you set it up in a friend name when the GoFundMe said it was organized by Terrence, whatever his last name is. Come on, IT. Keep it playing. So, I feel like, regardless of Lieutenant Dan saying the N-word, which I haven't seen that video. I keep seeing y'all talk about it. Just give that man his money. Give him all his money. Give him the whole 35,000, whatever it was raised. Wash your hands with it and go about your business. Mr. Joe, aka Lieutenant Dan, is at over 500,000 followers. The world is his oyster. He can now make money on social media. I told him to get on every platform: Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. As far as TAMPA Terrence go, same thing. I think he had hit like 800,000 followers. When I first seen Terrence's page after y'all tagged him, he was at 150,000 followers. So he's at 800,000. Wash your hands with the Lieutenant Dan situation and go back to creating all the other content he's created. Like, his other viral video was him ordering, 55 burgers or something like that. He still has an opportunity of a lifetime, and just let it go. That's what I would do. As far as me, I saw an opportunity. It presented itself just like it did for Terrence. I'm just out there on Bayshore, running to Mr. Joe C. The video does well. People want to update. I go back. I get my 2 updates, and I'm done with the situation. As far as him no longer remaining sober and his daughter crying about it, girl, you just want some motherfucking money. Girl, that's how I feel. If that man want to use up all his money, and so what? It's his life. You up there talking about we killing him. No, he has freedom of choice. He's a grown up. I think they want the money. I think that's how everybody feels. Everybody want a piece of the money. I mean, I wouldn't mind $100. But no, everybody want a piece of the money. This is the part that sucks when it comes to overnight success and fame and having your public earnings or your gifts, your GoFundMe stuff private. It comes with a lot of envy. It comes with a lot of hate and drama. But I hope Mr. Joe get all his money, and I don't care what he do with it. Whether he smoke it up, drink it up, which he don't drink alcohol at the moment unless he just started back. Like, everybody that was bringing him liquor and beer, he never put it on his boat. He said, I don't drink. I only smoke weed. I don't drink. But regardless, whatever he decide to do with his money, it's his. I hope that he goes off and buy his boat and, travel around Florida or wherever else he want to go in his boat, because that's initially what he wanted to do. And I hope that he adjusts well to the new fame, notoriety, whatever you want to call it. As far as Tampa Terrence, wash your hands with the situation. It started off genuine. It got a little crazy after that, right? And it be like that sometimes. But you have the opportunity of a lifetime still. You have over 800,000. You might have hit 1 million by now. I haven't checked. Over 800,000 followers. Let people do this. They're going to continue to say you wasn't genuine, which I kind of feel like after you wasn't. They're going to talk shit, but keep making your content and make your own money. You don't need Lieutenant Dan. You don't need Mr. Joe to make money now. Like, it was a great opportunity. You took it for what it was worth and keep going. That's the message I really want to leave y'all with. No matter what, keep going. But please do always take advantage of opportunities. Bye, y'all.